Hi guys, thanks for checking out the video. I had a comment put on one of my vlogs at Teignmouth asking why do I point the club before I hit my shots. So there you go. So one of the viewers has seen me doing this a lot, and they said, why do I do it? And if you watch a lot of golf on the telly, you'll see a lot of the tour pros. One that springs to mind is Justin Rose. He gives it the sort of the one-handed point. And what we're trying to do is, and you'll probably find this in your own game, is when you're lining up, sometimes it's easy when everything is square. So a good example would be when you're practicing on the range and the mat is perfectly square to your target. You'll find it's quite easy to square yourself up, line up properly and hit good shots. But sometimes on the course, it's not quite like that. So if we look at my routine, I'm trying to get square to my target. So my target in this situation is pretty much where this front camera is. So I'm getting very square, and then what I'm doing is I'm looking down to find something that I can aim at. So there's a bit of turf just in front here, so I would use that. When I'm playing a par 3, I'll sometimes tee it up actually behind a previous divot, so that actually gives me something to aim at. But obviously that only works on the tee because you can't move it around when you're anywhere else. But like I say, I'm getting myself square, picking that target, so then what I can do is I can use that to get square with. As it's so much closer to me, it's a lot easier to use than the target in the distance. The more consistent my alignment can be through a round, the better I am likely to be. Because it's kind of a twofold problem. A, the obvious one, if you don't aim at the target and hit a good shot, it's not going to finish on the target. But B, if you keep mixing up your alignment, you'll start to try and make different compensationary moves to try and get back onto the target. So trying to keep a consistent aim is really important. So do you need to point the club? No, that's something that I do. I will do it as well because I'm trying to get myself, so if I get square to the camera here, I'm trying to square myself to it, because then it brings this consistency. Because if I can be in the same starting point, and again, if you think of, and a couple of great examples would be Johnny Wilkinson when he's taking his rugby kick, or Cristiano Ronaldo when he's taking a free kick, when he does his 3 steps and then he takes one to the right. Those guys have hit thousands of practice shots and they've hit thousands of kicks in really important matches. They don't need to do that per se. I mean, it's not like if they didn't do that they wouldn't be able to kick the ball. But under pressure, it ensures that they're always starting in the same place. So they're creating a more consistent environment for them to perform in. So if you're struggling with your alignment, or just struggling with your golf in general, this can be something you can do that can sort of breed confidence into your game, because it's kind of taking away a variable as well. Because if we can get everything consistent, we can then start worrying about other things. You'll start seeing if you're consistently going in the wrong direction. We can start, well, that's the swing, but we've ruled out one of the issues. So it's a great question. I like answering the stuff that you guys comment on. So like I say, don't have to do it how I do, but I would recommend trying to start behind the ball and always do the same thing. And that's something that you can play around with when you're on the driving range. And a good way to try it on the driving range is aim at targets that aren't where the mat is pointing, and see if you can develop a routine that allows you to be just as effective for the targets off center to the mat than the ones that are aiming at that middle target. So I hope this helps. Try this, get some comments down below, and hope to catch you soon.